The thing about building something real quietly is that when someone tries to burn it down, they do not come at you loudly. They come at you with something small, a photograph, a caption, a message from someone you trusted who says, "Did you see this?" And suddenly the thing you built carefully in coffee shops and on broken buses and on streets in Yaba is being examined by people who were not there for any of it. Funke showed me on a Wednesday morning. I looked at it for a long time, and then I made a choice that I am not entirely proud of. I chose the oldest response in the world. I chose distance. Stay with me. Her name in the caption stopped me. Adanna. The same name he had told me. The same woman. The photograph was from an industry event 3 weeks ago, before our dinner, before Yaba, before everything. And the caption said, "Back in conversation." I did not know what that meant. I did not ask him. I should have asked him. Instead, I did what I have always done. When I think something is about to hurt me, I made space between myself and the thing before it could. I pulled back, subtly, gradually, the way I had watched my father reduce slowly enough that you almost do not notice the exact moment it begins. And I hated myself a little for that comparison, but it was honest. Tobi noticed immediately. He did not say anything for 2 days. He just watched me, the way he always watches people, reading. On Friday, he closed his notebook and looked at me and said, "What happened on Wednesday?" I said nothing. He said, "Zara." I said nothing happened. He said, "You have been smaller since Wednesday." I said, "I am always this size." He said, "You know what I mean." I did know what he meant. I looked at my coffee. I put my phone on the table with the photograph showing. He looked at it. He was quiet for a moment. Then he said that was taken at an event in March, before the bus, before any of this. I said, "The caption says, 'Back in conversation.'" He said, "The caption is wrong." I said, "How do I know that?" He looked at me. He said, "Because I am telling you." And then he said something that I did not have an answer to. He said, "I could show you proof, dates, messages, everything, but that is not actually what this is about." He said, "You already decided what this was before you showed me the photograph. You had already begun to leave. And I need to know, is that because of what you saw? Or is that because leaving first is what you do when you think something is going to hurt you?" I sat with that for a very long time. He was right. That is the most uncomfortable thing about people who pay close attention. They see you before you have decided what to show them. I had started leaving before I had any real reason to leave. Not because of the photograph, because I had decided it was only a matter of time before I had a reason. And I was preempting the hurt by creating the distance first. My father's lesson, living in me without my permission. I said, "You are right." He said, "I know." I said, "That is very annoying." He almost smiled. I said the photograph frightened me, not because I thought it was true, because it was a reminder that the world outside this coffee shop exists. And the world outside this coffee shop is complicated. He said, "Yes, it is." I said, "Are we going to be able to survive it?" He was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "I think that depends on whether we decide to face it together or separately." I said, "Together sounds better." He said, "I agree." Episode 10 is the final episode, the last chapter. Subscribe to Moonlight Tales by Joy so you are there for it. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Like this video, share it. And tell me, have you ever started to live before you had a real reason to? I read every single one.